cleared off the line from Ian Wright to preserve a goalless draw at Selhurst Park. The replay was postponed twice, frost and a waterlogged pitch. 1-1 after 90 minutes. Then Forest conjured a classic goal. Clough to Hodge, to Pearce, who'd started it all in the first place.
Well, Forest are about a minute away from a place in the fourth round here, but this is where teams do the most ridiculous things. That was a bad back pass, it's put the goalkeeper in trouble, and the long one has been chipped by Salako, and it's in. It's 2-2, and you just couldn't believe what Forest did there. They committed footballing suicide.
What about Thursday now? Who goes into the next game with the advantage, do you feel?
Where are we playing?
Here, I believe.
Oh, good. Are you coming?
We were there, but there was another postponement, now because of fog. By the time this third round tie was settled, the draw had been made for the fifth round.
Hodge starts a forward run and draws a man, creates some space. This is Parker again.
Forest still jogging along behind the rest. At Newcastle, they drew yet again. Nigel Clough scored an 88th minute equaliser to sustain his father's hopes of winning the FA Cup at last.
Dillon, Starbuck, up to Clough, forward for Crosby. There are bound to be holes. Newcastle have to push forward. Parker is coming square, and that's three.
They started on a foggy Monday night at Southampton, and at 1-1 with seconds remaining, nearly disappeared.
Wallace! Off the underside of the crossbar! How unlucky can you get?
Quite a bit, as it turned out. In the replay, a fiercely debated penalty provided the first of 3 goals for Nigel Jemson. This is the third.
Jemson waiting, Crosby coming in, Keane as well. It's Jemson! That's his hat-trick.
Finally caught up, played on the appointed day, and for the first time didn't need a replay. It was their 8th game in this season's competition.
Jemson, Keane, it's in. Right, Lineker and Howes to the left. Is Gascoigne going to have a crack? He is, you know. Oh, I say! Brilliant! That is schoolboy's own stuff. Mabbotts fed it well. Naeem to the left. Samway's ahead. And Lineker uses him by not using him. Good try, score!
Routines back in Nottingham, their manager was taking a commercial break in London. He joined Cherry Lungi, star of The Manageress, to promote the electricity industry. But at the same time, he slipped in a few plugs for the club he's managed for more than 16 years.
We don't cause referees any problems. We don't cause any other club any problems. We don't have bookings. We don't have this, that and the other. We just get on with how I feel the game should be played. We don't play in the clouds. If God wanted us to play football in the clouds, he'd have put grass there.
Forest's semi-final was at Villa Park. The opposition were West Ham United, well on their way to promotion from the second division and in buoyant mood themselves under Billy Bonds. He'd been a cup winner as a player in 1975 and 1980. The game was still goalless when Gary Crosby's pace took him past and across Tony Gale. As Crosby fell, referee Keith Hackett had to recall this season's dread directive. Had an obvious goal-scoring opportunity been denied? If so, a red card was the only verdict, irrespective of the severity of the foul. In the second half, Forest's skill made the most of the extra man.
Now he's got support coming up here from Roy Keane and from Gary Crosby on the right wing with a chance for Forest, and Crosby has scored. Nottingham Forest take the lead in the FA Cup semi-final. Keane. Glover. Keane again, it's Roy Keane! It's 2-0 Forest! 20 minutes left of the 90, and Nottingham Forest appear to have a winning lead. There's Chettle. Oh, over the head of Foster, it's Nigel Clough, and it's Stuart Pearce! And the skipper's got the third! Here's Charles. Back into Charles' path from Glover. Charles shoots. It's number 4, and it's the young right back. That, without any doubt at all, clinches Nottingham Forest's place in the 1991 FA Cup final, and definitely ends the long wait for an applauding Brian Clough.
Today, Wembley represents the end of the long and winding road for just 2 teams. More than 550 clubs started, dropping off a few at a time into byways and diversions on a journey that has lasted many thousands of miles and more than 9 months. They'll end their season now, envious may be of Forest and Spurs, but all determined come August that they'll be back to try again.
Well, you're going to play next week.
Can't you get new studs?
You didn't have studs in your day.
Another